Let's talk about Instagram strategy because we know that it is an ever-evolving platform. Things are constantly changing, and I've been educating you on Instagram for many, many years. If you are searching for things on Instagram and how you can use new features and functionalities, I'm usually the top or one of the top educators here on YouTube about how to use Instagram to your benefit. And we've seen a lot of things change over the course of the last couple of years with Instagram. I'm dialed directly into what they are letting us know is working right now, and I bring that information to you. I am known for testing these things out and then bringing you the strategies. And I teach you how to create content in under 5 minutes, start to finish every single day. That is coming up with the idea to scripting, filming, editing, and posting in under 5 minutes a day for that conversion, for that community growth, and for the conversation you're having on your platform. And we're seeing right now another big shift in Instagram. So previously, we had been dialed in to having very community-based, it doesn't really matter what you look like, what you're doing kind of content. We started off with Instagram being very focused on very magazine-like content, very curated content. Everything had to be prim and polished and proper and wonderful, and it was a beautiful place to be, but it was also a little unattainable. And people wanted more rawness, more realness in the content that they were consuming, and so they started looking more toward that content that was a little bit less polished. People would come in without their makeup done or without having their hair nice or in sweats. It wasn't as cute or pink or pretty as it used to be. And now we're seeing more of a shift toward more curated content. Not in the way that it used to be, but we are looking for people to level up their skills because we have that community conversation. We have those connections because Instagram Stories was a complete game changer for this industry. Instagram Stories, is the part of Instagram that only lasts for 24 hours. You can film it in short little clips or put up short little videos and photos, and then you're able to communicate with your audience. It is a world of question boxes and polls and sliders and easy communication tools and engagement tools so that we could be interactive with our community. But the beauty of it was that it was in the moment. People were posting things that were happening that day. If you came in and you saw their story within a couple of minutes of posting, you knew. It was a huge deal, and people had much more interaction with stories than they did with any other part of Instagram for a good long time. In fact, stories and DMs right now are still above and beyond the most engaged part of Instagram, despite having really cool feeds, despite having reels. Stories and DMs are where it's at right now on Instagram, according to Instagram. And so we have this really great connection with the people we want to follow. We're able to see the lives that we aspire to get to, and we can follow them on their journey. We can learn how to do those things. We can implement small things that they do into our lives and feel better about getting on the path we want to be on to get where we want to get. Stories are incredibly helpful and incredibly important. And so making sure that we're involved in this day in the life content, this in the moment content is really, really helpful. But because we have so much of that, now in the normal content on our feeds, we are starting to see this swing back toward more polished content. Not necessarily super highly curated and very magazine-like, but we want to see that people are leveling up their skills. We want to see that people are putting effort into what they are offering us. So if you are just like filming content that worked 2 years ago, it's not going to necessarily work now. We're looking for better editing. We're looking for better lighting. We're looking for better audio. We're looking for better colors. We don't want you to be complacent in the content that you're creating. We want to see that you are leveling up a little bit, and it doesn't have to be extreme. You don't have to go like full studio with big professional lights and like Rembrandt lighting and all of the things. We don't need that. We don't need you floating in the air changing outfits, right? We don't need super high end. Now, if you're going to do it, you're going to benefit from it. But we don't need you to go from just sitting in your office filming to like super high level education on how to do these things. We don't need that. We just need to see you are improving your content. So if you sit in your office and you use window light and you just create your content, we want to see you starting to level up to including some kind of like pocket light to make you look a little better. We want to see you move from hand holding your phone to putting it on a tripod so it's nice and steady. We want to see you being able to speak a little bit freer to the camera. So if you feel like you stumble or you're not quite sure what you're doing or you're kind of skirting around your point, we want you to get better at public speaking. You got to level up just a little bit. Every single time you're posting, we want to see just a little bit of improvement. Our goal here as viewers is to see that you are putting the time and effort into doing better for your audience. And that's really what it boils down to. People want to know that you're as invested in your audience as they are in you. They see your everyday life and your stories. They see what you're doing in your content. They know what you're doing in your life. But if you're not using your time and efforts to then give back to them by creating higher quality content because you want to do something for them to make their experience with you better, that's going to work against you. You have to be making some effort to level up. And again, it doesn't have to be a huge leap up. We want to see small improvements. It needs to be real and realistic. We know you're busy. We know you've got a lot of things to do, but we want to see that you are investing into your audience the same way your audience is investing into you. So if you forever and a day just have pixelated content with some natural light and a little bit shaky, whatever, that's not really going to help you grow. What got you to where you are today isn't going to get you to where you need to go tomorrow. So you have to put some effort into it. And that can be as simple as putting some colored light bulbs behind you to make it look more studio-like. That can be as simple as using a little phone mount or a tripod to keep your content steady. That can be as simple as using a little pocket light to illuminate yourself better so you're not pixelated. And that can be as easy, as simple as leveling up how you're editing, leveling up how you're filming. So your B-roll content can be leveled up. You can learn how to do different angles. You can learn how to splice things together differently without a ton of extra time to you. But showing that progression, that level up, that dedication to doing better for your audience will be the thing that helps you to level up. It is so incredibly valuable when you are taking the time and effort to make sure that you are doing better for your audience. So we already have that connection on Instagram. We've got the connection. We see the real time. We know you're implementing your strategies in stories. We know that you are talking to people in DMs. We know that you're showing off your lifestyle inside of your reels and your posts. But now we have got to see that you're taking just a little bit of time, half an hour a week, to learn a new skill, to level up, to do something better so that you can be giving back to your audience in a way that resonates better with them. So my strategy on Instagram is to level up. Right now, I am learning new tools and techniques. I am learning new programs that I'm working with. I'm changing up how I'm doing my B-roll. I'm changing the type of content that I'm creating to be more relational, to be more what my audience is asking for. I am spending more time on my stories. I am spending more time creating for them. I'm doing things that are going to be more social and less educational. There's a lot of changes that I am making right now to implement this knowledge that I need to be there supporting my audience in a different way now. I need to change what I'm doing to be more relevant to them and to the time that we are doing this in. And of course, we know that Instagram is ever changing, ever evolving, and I break that down for you right here on the channel. Every time there's a new platform addition, a new tool, a new button that we can be using, I bring the tutorials to you first. Very, very, very few people have ever beat me on bringing you those tutorials, which is why I sit at the top of the YouTube charts for Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube, because I show you those tutorials before most people, because I'm really good at making content really quickly and not taking forever to get those things out. So follow along for breaking news on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, live streaming, the tools and resources you need to level up your business so that you can make more time in your business by learning how to do things more strategically so you can make money while also having luxury time for yourself and you can live your best life while living out your entrepreneurial dreams. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.